What the f*** are you waiting on? We sleep 1/3 of our f***ing lives. And we think we can take f***ing days off. We think we have the right to sit back and give ourselves f***ing options on which way we're going to go in life. Am I going to run today? Am I going to work out today? Well, it's Christmas. It's New Year's. It's my birthday. You think time gives a f*** that it's Christmas, that it's New Year's, that it's your birthday? You're giving yourself too many f***ing options. Let me tell you one thing. Time is running out. Keep on sitting around wondering what the f*** you want to do. You're just going to run out of time. So make sure you do one thing. Stop following the f***ing crowd. They may take time off, but you can't afford to. Stay home. Sometimes your motivation needs to be because no one else wants to f***ing do it. We need doctors. We need f***ing lawyers. We need dentists. We need teachers. We also need f***ing savages. This message I do is not for f***ing everybody. So I don't want to say that soft bullshit about, do you have sunscreen on? This message is dangerous. It's too hot. I'm not asking you to f***ing be like me. Do you? There's two kind of mindsets. One mindset's a brittle mindset. And that brittle mindset gives you all these f***ing ways out. Oh, I don't need to f***ing finish the race. I can come back next year. I'm going to drop out because things aren't going right. You also have a savage mindset. The savage mindset, when things are going bad, guess what they do? Quitting's out of the question. All they think about is how the f*** am I going to get through this? There's no quitting. It's just getting through it, thriving, not surviving. What most of us are looking for is a special feeling of, oh, I feel great this morning. I'm going to get out of bed and get a quick 5 miles in and go to the gym. If you're looking for that feeling, let me tell you one thing, it ain't going to come. You have to learn to do when you don't want to. Learn to bring that savage mentality out of yourself. The animalistic one. You think a savage gives a f*** about how he feels or how she feels? Then he's doing it. Learn to be your best self when you be motivated. Stop looking for a feeling to control what goes on in your life. You become a savage is in isolation. When you're training for a big MMA fight or just a boxing match, you don't stay outside of isolation. You go in isolation. And that's when your mind changes. That's when your focus changes. Your dedication changes. Don't use your time to f*** up your mind. Use your grand strength. Gain focus. Isolation is the key to strengthening your mind. Come on, savage. Remember this. Stay hard at all times. The most important conversation you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself. You wake up with it. You walk around with it. You go to bed with it. One thing you got to understand is this. It's trying to infiltrate your mind. We have to be able to live amongst distractions and be undistracted. Stay in your own mind. Don't let them own yours. Every day, run over 20 miles a day. Getting up early, going to bed early, eating the right shit. This last week, started taking a toll on me. I usually don't think too much. Get my shoes on, head the out. I've been thinking a lot. That internal voice has been talking to me. Talking about, oh man, you're tired. Looking at my shoes about 30 minutes before I put the on. Pushing back the time of that I go out to go run. So I decided to tape record myself. That internal voice I put on tape. Sounds like a straight bitch when I listen to that motherfucker. You ever have a hard time out there? Tape yourself. Listen to what kind of bitch you're being. Stay home. If I keep on thinking too, there's always someone out there working harder than you. I'm haunted by that motherfucker. Knowing that someone out there is willing to forgo personal desire to come. We're going to sleep. We're going whatever it takes to be better, to be the best. In life, a lot of times, a lot of us have that person out there. He may not be a name or a face to him, but he exists. You make sure life will think about that person. You make sure they put a name and face to it. You make sure the name and face is yours. Scars remind you that your past is real. It's real, man. You can't run away from it. It's a part of me. It doesn't define who I am, but it's a scar. All these things scarred me. When I was 297 pounds and I was fat as hell trying to be a Navy SEAL, the scariest thing in the world to me, even to this day, was that could have been the rest of my life.
I think the girls will bring you down.
I want to be someone that I'm proud of. Just by going to war with myself every day and putting these challenges and these goals and these obstacles, these insurmountable obstacles, the more I gain confidence. What is in us, we have no idea until we start trying hard. No one really finds themselves without going through suffering. Go to a dark place in your mind and figure out what the you want to be. Find your purpose, and then you'll find the courage to start that journey. We all look for toughness. We all want it. The only way you find it is to drown yourself in a position where you're just out of sorts. Where you're drowning. You're drowning in life. When you say, this sucks, I'm drowning, I'm miserable, I'm suffering, I'm broken, but I'm not going anywhere. What happens to your mind, these compartments in your brain start to they have to work. They have to work. And then you start to engage parts of your mind that you never engaged before. It comes in when you're in suffer mode and you say, I'm not going to quit. You're forcing your brain now to operate on a level it's not used to, but then it becomes used to it. If you can't control your own brain and your brain controls you, you got to tell your brain where you want to go and how you want to go and how you want to get there. You got to control it. If not, it's over. We all have mental scars, physical scars. Our scars remind us that the past is so very real. The scars are real, but you can still be a bad motherfucker. You can still be a very, very dangerous motherfucker. You gotta start thinking, I'm the grittiest motherfucker in the world. Your dehydration? Lick your motherfucking lips. Your legs are all sore. You feel like you got shin splints and stress fractures. No, you don't. You got sore legs. Get out of your head and stay hard. I go into suffering every day. Every day, suffering, being broken. This is my new normal. And your mind says, if we're not broken, this ain't normal. A lot of folks talk about overtraining. You gotta train first before you can overtrain. Sometimes you wake up in the morning time and you're sore and you feel like you're overtrained. No, you got sore legs. Get out of your own head and stop overthinking it. Stay hard.